Oh, it's a moment of pure panic, isn't it? That sudden gut-wrenching realization that your key is just gone. But getting locked out doesn't have to be a total disaster. Today, we're going to break down a calm, clear guide to getting yourself safely back inside. Okay, let's dive right in. And there it is. You pat your pockets, you start frantically digging through your bag, and your heart just plummets. That sinking feeling is something we all know. But the absolute first step to solving this problem? Take a deep breath. Seriously, panicking has never, ever unlocked a door. So, here's our game plan for getting you back inside. First, we'll cover the immediate first steps. Then, we'll figure out what kind of lock you're actually dealing with. After that, we'll explore some safe DIY options, and this is important, we'll pinpoint the exact moment you need to call in a pro. And finally, we'll look at how to stop this from happening ever again. All right, first things first. Before you even think about tackling the lock itself, let's cover the most important and surprisingly effective initial checks. It's kind of funny. Locksmiths will tell you that a huge number of their emergency calls could have been avoided. The key isn't really lost, it's just hiding, and often it's in plain sight. So before you escalate things, let's just run a quick, calm search. Let's start with the basics, okay? Mentally walk back your last few movements. Where were you right before you got to the door? Systematically check every single pocket, every little compartment in your bag, and especially those sneaky gaps between your car seats. And of course, the simplest fix of all, is there anyone, a partner, a roommate, your landlord, that you can call who has a spare? That one phone call could be your golden ticket. Okay, so you've searched everywhere, and that key is definitely, truly gone. The next step is to play detective and get to know your opponent, because the type of lock on your door is going to dictate everything that comes next. So locks basically fall into two main camps. On one side, you've got your simple interior locks, like for a bathroom or bedroom. They're just designed for privacy, not to stop a determined entry. But on the other side, your exterior doors have serious security locks. These are built specifically to keep people out, and they demand a whole different level of respect. Now, if you're looking at your front door, you're probably up against one of these heavy hitters. Whether it's a Euro cylinder, a solid deadbolt, or a mortise lock, they all share one thing: a complex system of internal pins designed to resist simple manipulation. Spotting one of these tells you right away that simple tricks are off the table and could actually cause some pretty expensive damage. Okay, so what if you have identified a simpler lock? If you're dealing with an interior door or maybe a basic spring latch, there are a few safe things you can try yourself. And I really have to stress the word safe here. This is only for your own property and only when the risk of damage is super minimal. Before we go any further, listen up, because this is the single most important warning. Whatever you do, resist that urge to just start jamming things into a modern exterior lock. You can so easily snap off a pin or damage the cylinder, and that turns a simple lockout into a much more costly lock replacement job. Just don't do it. All right, let's walk through 4 approved methods. For a simple spring latch, the old credit card trick can actually work wonders. You just slide a stiff, laminated card into the gap and wiggle it to push the latch back. For an interior knob lock, that tiny hole in the center is your way in. A straightened paperclip can often push the release button inside. If the whole handle is wobbly, well, sometimes removing it gives you direct access to the mechanism. And for those finicky UPVC doors, a stuck mechanism can sometimes be free just by pulling the handle up firmly while pushing the door. So you've tried the safe options, but you're still looking at a closed door. This is the moment to stop, take a step back, and switch gears. Knowing when to call a professional is just as important as knowing what to try yourself. The signs are crystal clear. If the safe tricks didn't work, if you feel like you're about to apply too much force and break something, or, and this is the big one, if you've lost the key to your front door, it is time to pick up the phone. And this is the crucial reason why. See, getting back inside is only half the problem. A lost front door key means your home security is now compromised. Someone, somewhere, could have that key. Your priority has to shift from just getting in to making sure your home stays secure. A locksmith brings 2 critical skills to the table. First, they can almost always open your lock without destroying it, which saves you a bunch of money. But second, and way more importantly, they can repin the cylinder or replace it entirely. This one action makes your lost key completely useless, restoring your security and, honestly, your peace of mind. Okay, so you're back inside and your home is secure again. Let's talk about the future. How can we make sure you never have to stand on your own doorstep feeling that panic ever again? There are some fantastic modern solutions out there. A key safe is a simple, secure little box that holds a spare for you. A digital or smart lock can remove the physical key from the equation entirely. But really, even the simplest, oldest solution is still super effective. Give a spare key to a trusted neighbor or a nearby family member. Not under the doormat, please, but with a person you actually trust. So, what's the big takeaway here? Losing a key feels like a total disaster, but it's really just a puzzle. The solution isn't about brute force. It's about staying calm, knowing your options, and most importantly, knowing when to call for backup. If you do that, you'll get back inside with all the extra drama or a costly repair bill. And we'll leave you with this thought. You've solved the immediate problem of getting in, sure, but the bigger question remains. Who might have your old key? Regaining access is just the first step. Making sure your home's long-term security is solid, that's the real final chapter to this story.